After their parents fell ill, it felt like the sky came crashing down on Diya and Priya, yet they became each other's crutch. Diya was forced to take over her mother's food delivery job, and both Diya and Priya began tutoring children in addition to continuing their own studies. One day, their paralyzed parents began to feel ashamed of their inability to fulfill their responsibilities. One evening, the four of them sat together talking. Diya's mother. With great pride, we had taken responsibility for you, Priya. But look at the cruel twist of fate. We have failed in carrying out our duties. Diya's father reflects on his feelings of failure, saying, "As long as I had strength in my body, I thought I would never let my wife and children suffer from hunger. I have failed, as a father, as a husband. I feel like my entire life has been a failure." Meanwhile, Diya's mother shares her struggles, recounting how she worked tirelessly for her family after her husband's paralysis, only to see her children sacrifice their dreams and desires for survival. In a moment of vulnerability, she questions her own worth, asking, "As a wife and a mother, haven't I failed completely?" As these heavy words linger in the air, Diya tenderly hugs her mother, offering silent support. "Diya, when you were able, didn't you give us everything? Now it's our turn to take responsibility as your children." I don't see anything sad in that. Every family faces a storm at some point. Ours has come, but panicking and making a mess of everything in the storm is foolishness. We have to gather ourselves again, rebuild our shaken lives. Priya. You're absolutely right, Diya. And besides, if the story of my life is questioned, then I was already empty from the beginning, wasn't I, Daddy Mamoni? I was rejected by my biological father the day I was born. My mentally unstable mother left me when I was 10. Diya never made me feel like an adopted child. I was crying for a drop of milk in her lap when you two took me in, didn't you? And then when I became an orphan after losing her, you adopted me, gave me a new family, a new companion. Diya, how many people are lucky enough to find such blessings in the middle of misfortune? You stood by me in my worst days. So now, in your difficult days, isn't it my duty to stand by you? Otherwise, I'd be ungrateful. Diya, but do you know what's strange? Priya, everyone says your mother died in an accident because she was mentally unstable. I've had my doubts too. But how did a mentally unstable person even find a rope? Where were the attendants in the asylum? Diya's father. You're not alone in thinking that. But how would we know what went on inside the asylum, Priya? Don't worry. Once we get through this storm, I will solve this mystery, I promise. That night, Priya goes into the kitchen, but she pauses as she looks at the pot. There's only enough rice for two. Daddy and Mamoni are both unwell. There's a little puffed rice in the jar that might be enough for Diya. Priya calls Diya aside. Priya, the rice in the pot will be enough for Daddy and Mamoni. You eat the puffed rice from the jar. Diya, and what will you eat? Priya, I'm not hungry tonight. I'll drink some water and sleep. Diya, do you think I don't understand? Don't treat me like a child. Split the puffed rice in two. I'll try to buy some rice in the morning. Priya, I said I'm not hungry. You eat and go to bed. Take some water too, otherwise it might get stuck in your throat. Diya, all right, if you won't listen, then I'll fast with you tonight. Diya goes and lies down on the bed. Priya becomes anxious, because she knows very well that Diya cannot bear hunger. So reluctantly, she splits the puffed rice into two portions. Priya, hey, get up, you stubborn girl. I've served the food now. Eat and save me. Diya sits up. Both of them eat puffed rice with raw onion and water. In the midst of all the storms and hardships, they seem to find a unique kind of peace and happiness. Years pass by. Diya and Priya are now 23. Diya is now a renowned lawyer, and Priya has a high-paying job in an RT sector company. Financial hardship is now behind them. Diya's mother can walk a little now. Their only goal now is to uncover the mystery behind Priya's mother's suspicious death. One day, Priya finds a box in her mother's wardrobe. It's an iron box, but it's locked. Priya runs to her mother, Priya Mamoni. Whose box is this? Diya's mother. That box belonged to your mother. When we found her at the station, this box was in her hands. We sent her clothes and bag to the asylum, but I had a feeling there was something important in this box. Priya. Then where's the key, Diya's mother? I don't know, dear. We never opened it. Priya. Why not? Why didn't you ever open? Diya stood in her room staring at the box her mother had treasured for years. I wanted to open it, but your daddy said you should be the one to open it when you grow up. So I kept it safely in the wardrobe. I was planning to tell you about it in a few days, but you found it before I could. Diya's mother explained softly, urging the moment to become one of discovery. Priya looked at her friend, concern etched across her face. So what do we do now? She asked. With a deep breath, Diya's mother encouraged her. Break open the box, dear. It belonged to your deceased mother. Maybe the answer you two have been looking for all this time lies inside. Even if it doesn't contain direct answers, I hope you'll at least find some clues. Taking her mother's words to heart, Diya broke the lock of the box. The moment it opened, she found a paper wrapped in a red cover. As Diya carefully unfurled the red paper, her heart raced with anticipation. What did Priya find? What was the secret of that box or the paper? Will Priya be able to uncover the mystery behind her mother's unnatural death? Stay tuned for the next episode.